Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Before and After the with your shit as always, Krazy K. Be sure if you haven't already, I invite you to watch, like, follow, and subscribe on both Instagram and both YouTube. I really would appreciate that and give a shout out and thanks to you who already have followed and subscribed on both Instagram and YouTube. That you're not wasting your time. It's good stuff on there to watch and see. You got my not even a month old yet. You got my new album playlist out that many of you guys already watched the music videos in particularly, and then the album playlist itself called No One Is Safe. It's awesome. It's amazing. A little bit of a thank you. It was kind of in the Halloween time and between Thanksgiving time that I dropped it, but a little bit of a Halloween album for you guys called No One Is Safe, and that's why I titled it No One Is Safe because it was around Halloween time for the album playlist. And the songs on there, my personal favorite is like In My World. That's my favorite song I made around Thanksgiving time. It was just a freestyle rapping song outside, and I just put it together into a video because I just kept going on it. That's one of my favorites on there. And then that would be my number one favorite. And then my top two to make my top three favorite is a couple other ones that I made a little bit back, and just finally collaborated it. It's called Display Video that I made right before Friday Night SmackDown. So my favorite, one of my top three favorites would be the Display Video because I made that right before Friday Night SmackDown. I didn't think that many people would watch it as much as you guys did and enjoyed it. And then In My World would be my top number one because that was a freestyle that I just turned into a rapping video and just like at least about 3 minutes or so. And I thought that was really good just coming off my head, which most of my songs that you guys see are freestyle. And then I just dropped No One Is Safe. That's why I titled it because it was around that Halloween time. You guys been seeing I did my Raw prediction to make it up for the one I didn't. I also did my Raw result video, my SmackDown prediction, SmackDown video, NXT Halloween Havo video, some WWE Live, some inside news on Instagram for those of you who follow and subscribe on Instagram and making updates on there as well, giving my opinion and a shout out in my videos to those who support me on there. I add your page or your like or follow, I just add it together. I'm like, this is my thank you by adding you in my video, by adding your name in my video. Thank you for supporting me on Instagram. Um, with likes, follows, watching my videos, check out pictures, commenting or agreeing whatever it is that I said or anything like that. And then also when I give shout outs here on my podcast to those who are already subscribing to YouTube and then invite and give a shout out to those who are planning on subscribing right after this video. And of course, just sharing and observing it. I showed the results of how it's been playing out throughout now that the month of October is over and now cutting into a week now of the month of Thanksgiving, how it increased so fast that with everything going on and stuff, so that it's a teamwork and works together. With that being said, this is going to be the goal is a half an hour. I called it a Halloween podcast because this is with Halloween just passing. Basically, that I know many of you guys already seen my 35 days, not 31. I turned into 35 days of Halloween video like I said I was going to do. See my Halloween rapping video like I said I was going to do when I wore my Halloween shirt for my Halloween podcast like I said I was going to do. And then, of course, this podcast following up after Halloween for this past week as I usually do. And just getting it done now rather than playing catch up or double or triple or anything like that. Had time today, so I'm going to do it today instead of doing a double knockout. Now that we're done with Crown Jewel, on our way to Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series War Games. And now we have Finn Balor, Seth Rollins. Well, it'll be the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, JD, Damian Priest, and Dominic versus Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, and the American Nightmare. Now, what I wanted to call them, Freakin' for Seth Rollins, Nightmare for Cody Rhodes, and Us for Jay, and then Usis for Sami Zayn. So I call him Freakin' Nightmare Usos. That's what I came up with the team name for them as they head into a 4-4 8-man tag team match at Survivor Series. That I think that will still the show and should be the main event. And I give Adam Pearce props that that was a really great decision as a Raw manager to do that. So put that together, and also Rhea Ripley with our women's champion, as Zoe Starks got so close at Crown Jewel with her winning the Battle Royal, earning to get a singles action for that women's championship. That she is an uprising superstar, a great one on Monday Night Raw, as I was talking about. And Rhea Ripley being the dominant mommy champion that she is, looks forward to remain as women's champion. No different, just like she did against one of the baddest women, for the baddest woman of WWE. And now stepping in there with Zoe Starks, who almost this close if it wasn't for other people, is what she was saying. So that way, there's no excuses when Mommy remains women's champion singles action at Survivor Series. And I think that another thing updated at Survivor Series should happen because the Creed brothers been dominating since they came to Raw. You know, they won their first tag team match on Raw. Then they dominated last week, of course, with the Imperial getting involved. I think that the Imperial should verse, because obviously they have some unfinished business. Tommaso and Johnny Guerrero in a tag team action to settle that at War Games, as well as the 8-man tag team is going to be settled at War Games, since that's going on with getting involved in the matches too. And then with The Miz picking up the victory, I mean, we also saw that as he won over Bryson Reed, which is a huge victory because he's a dominated superstar, though one of the dominants in the men's division right now, as far as a destruction giant on Monday Night Raw. Would also put that Ricochet was also pinned by Ivar, so I think The Miz and Ivar needs a singles action before they declare that. So maybe this coming Monday Night Raw, The Miz and Ivar could have a singles action for this coming Raw predictions, and then the tag team I was talking about for what's coming up less than not even 3 weeks now. It's already been a week, so for War Games at Survivor Series, because obviously be that following weekend, so in Chicago, and that's a SmackDown going right before Survivor Series I was talking about. I also did my Slim Jim contest video as well to win a trip to that Survivor Series that many of you guys liked and saw as well, and I enjoyed it. I did that just flat out. I thought, what gives you the iron and the push up, and decided to do a workout one. I thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious. It was amazing creative of me to put together in less than 5 minutes. I literally got out of the shower and thought about it and was like, I want to win the Slim Jim contest. Or at least do a good impression, a good video of it, because my favorite snack is Monster and beef jerky, so why not participate? We got LA Knight doing we got Nacho Man, LA Knight, Bianca Belair, Austin Theory, and now I got to do Ascension Veil as well, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I eat beef jerky and monsters. Those are my favorite snacks, so why not celebrate it into a video, and then many of you guys watched it and enjoyed it too. As much as I enjoyed doing it, you enjoyed watching it, and I literally got a shower, thought about it less than 5 minutes, threw it on there, and thought, hey, this looks good, and then I just posted, and then it just, I guess you guys all went insane and liked it more than I thought, and it wasn't about the likes or anything. It was just, I enjoyed making it. I enjoyed that a lot because it was fun to me, and it was funny at the same time, and it's also a little bit of truth along with strength and along with this entertainment in general. So I like to mix that all up into one video, and that's what I did. And speaking of Johnny Guerrero, we saw LA Knight and Johnny Guerrero. Johnny Guerrero was on the bump this past week. I think that him and Tommaso should get that tag team with Imperial towards Survivor Series War Games to finish and handle that. I know that the 8-man tag team, that would be the blast off match, I think, this year. That should be in the main event that's coming Raw. That should be a singles action. So that's a little bit of Raw prediction. a little bit of a scoop on Survivor Series and my prediction of Survivor Series, and I wanted to share LA Knight getting a championship finally with Roman Reigns remaining as the Universal Undefeated Champion by LA Knight. What's next for him now that he got his big opportunity at Crown Jewel, what he's been working for this whole time, and finally got a championship opportunity? Of course, Roman remained, but LA Knight didn't fail. I mean, he put up a hell of a fight, a great match, and it's all about WWE World Wrestling Entertainment is what we paid to get to see, and that's exactly what he did. So he didn't lose anything with that match. So, with that being said, he did that. He put that together. That was an awesome match from both him and Roman Reigns. That he didn't lose anything. So I would like to hear what this coming SmackDown, what's next for him after Roman Reigns remaining Universal Champion on SmackDown. And Bianca Belair, as Kairi Sane, returned to WWE, and now Io Shirai is still Women's Champion. What's next on her shoulders and on her mind? You know, like now she's got some weight on her chest. Now it's you had Damage Control, and you got someone else joining in. Both shocked and a little bit excited that she's there, and also kind of like, what? You're a bad guy now? Or you're against me now, or however you want to put it. So it's all different emotions that no wonder why Bianca Belair was looking like, what? Is this real? Am I nightmaring, or am I in bed sleeping in a dream? Or is this reality? And what the hell are you doing here? And what's going on at the same time? I know that she was coming back to WWE, I just didn't know when. Because it was saying that, oh yeah, she signed a new contract coming back. It didn't say what brand though, but it looks like Kairi Sane. I heard that Damage Control, that Bayley's putting together a superstar. So now it's Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai, and now looks like Kairi Sane is the new flush and the new already earned her way in new member of Damage Control now, kind of like JD is the new member with Finn Balor, Priest, and Dominic, and Mommy on the Judgment Day. So now we know the newest member dominate on Raw to the Judgment Day, and now you know the newest member for the female dominant team, Damage Control on SmackDown. But now it's like as these four women are there, you got Bianca Belair. Well, maybe Charlotte help Belair out, Shanti, and I'm not sure the fourth woman would be, but kind of like how they handled the men's match. I think they should put Damage Control with the newest mirror, Kairi Sane, Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai as our women's champion, a 4-4 8-man tag team match to settle that as Survivor Series War Game as well. We got a men's 8-man. Let's make a women's 8-man. And of course, with Bianca Belair leading that team, that we've seen the tag team, we've seen that Damage Control has had issues with both these two women. I'm about to announce that was an odd tag team last week. That with Charlotte Flair, she would be her partner, and Shanti would be her partner. The question is, who would the fourth partner be to make it official? And is it going to be official? That's the question that I think we'll find out this coming SmackDown for sure to end that War Games. Because that's what War is all about. That's what all these matches, these storylines, these things, these options goals is all about, to getting to that point, to the battlefield where it all matters. Sweat, blood, and tears left on there. Entertainment left in the facility, in the arena, and what we pay to watch. What we enjoy to watch. That's what it's all about. And that's what it's going to come to. So, I think with that being said, that's definitely going to be a big decision to make. But I think that with Nick, who was on After the Bell, our SmackDown manager, making that women's Form Freighman match official for SmackDown would be good. Start as a manager on SmackDown, as well as Adam Pearce is improving himself on Raw with making that decision. That you're a Raw manager, but now you have to prove why you're the Raw manager and make it better for the WWE Universe and the superstars, and that's what he did. So now it's Nick's turn. Like I said, he's gonna have to build how he's going to affect Survivor Series, how he's gonna put the cherry on the top, but with SmackDown winning, that's how you start by doing things like that, putting that match together. We also had the GOAT, the greatest of all time, John Cena. No one's happy that Solo won that. That should have been John Cena, but it is a big match for Solo to win that because John Cena is the greatest of all time, is the GOAT. Now, like I said, he was there the whole of October, and that's what the goal was. Now that it's cut into November, my question is John Cena going to stay on SmackDown, to help SmackDown versus Raw for the men's team? Like you've been in Survivor Series matches, you know all about Team Leader when Team Cena, when they had 1 versus 5 guys, beat Team Authority. You know all about Survivor Series when you have won Elimination Chamber for the championship belt, even though Batista came later on and then screwed him up a bit. And that you've been in so many different Survivor Series matches. My favorite one was that Raw vs. SmackDown when Kurt Angle was general manager. That's my favorite Survivor Series match. That was my favorite Survivor Series match of all time. And my favorite logo is the blue vampire teeth. Because that was the question, what's your favorite logo and match? That's my favorite logo, and that's my favorite match. You could feel every emotion in there. You had every one of your favorite superstars at the time in the match. And then on top of it all, the favorite team that I wanted to win won on top of it. So it was like a big old happy birthday. So that's why I liked it. And I enjoyed it. It put all of it together into one. And then you had obstacles on top of it. When Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens came out there, wanted to get their revenge on Shane McMahon. And then you had the favorites like John Cena and Randy Orton into the match. So it was a little bit of everything. And then you had the energy like the Shield, who still dominates wrestling in general. Like I was talking about Roman Reigns, Universal Champion. Even after Crown Jewel, now that Crown Jewel is over, remaining Universal Champion as the Tribal Chief, who would probably lead SmackDown into this. But of course, with him being champion, he'd probably defend his title, champion against champions, which would put our World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins again, still dominant now on Monday Night Raw and leading his team to victory because they're the champions, even though they might not be in the 5-on-5. They're still the leaders with them being the champion. And with Seth Rollins, he's more of a leader because he defends that title every single night. No matter if he's injured, no matter if he's tired, no matter if he's worn out, whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown, whether it's WWE Live, he defends, whether it's a pay-per-view, puts his money where his mouth is, achieves. He's a real fighting champion. A true fighting champion night after night and remaining as such. Sure, Roman defends it at a pay-per-view and shows why he's a dominating tribal chief, but Seth Rollins does pay-per-view and Raw and SmackDown and WWE night after night. True, right? He's a fighting champion as your fighting chief. So it leads toward why what Michael Cole was saying on Raw, that damn right Seth Rollins could be one of the most dominating fighting champions in WWE history, and that's why. Like I'm saying, that's why. With that being said, though, let's show you guys the videos like I do. With Raw edition, Raw results, SmackDown edition results, how I have all that stuff. A little bit of my Raw predictions when we celebrate the 16 years that Natalia's been in the WWE, and that like the superstars that have been in there the longest. I think Randy Orton was the top over 20. 6 years, I believe. That's what they said. Yep. Which we know it's about been 20 plus years because somehow John Cena, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio, they all got 20 plus years into the WWE as Hall of Famers, as legendaries, as superstars, as champions, and as individuals. Why they're my top dogs of all time, and how they still, like Cena, just got through fighting. Okay, Solo beat you at Crown Jewel, but you destroyed him on SmackDown, and you're still a GOAT. Randy Orton was still waiting for his training. Like I see him training, waiting for his return, which might be hopefully maybe in February in his hometown when Monday Night Raw hits St. Louis, Missouri. Maybe he'll return then, hopefully. With it being his hometown and everything, maybe. We'll see. Might even show up like at Survivor Series and then decide whether he's on Raw, whether he's on SmackDown, depending on what team he helps. Could do that too. Or he could return just in time for Survivor Series. So that's what I'm wondering, if John Cena is going to stay for Survivor Series SmackDown, and maybe him and Randy Orton can kind of collaborate either together on the same team, or with John Cena leading SmackDown, maybe Randy Orton can lead Raw. Make them two, why not the two legends, the two GOATs top team? But then it'll be hard to make a decision who I want to win. So that's a little bit of my Raw prediction, and then the 35 days of Halloween. I watched all the Freddy Krueger, all the Jason, the Terrifier, the newest movies. Like the Five Nights at Freddy was okay, but I really like playing the game too. You got Wishmaster, you got the Exoticus, the one that came out newest. You got Hellraiser, you got Halloween, you got Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface, You got Chucky, you got Annabelle, you got The Boy, you got Clowns from Outer Space, which I would love to get wrapped up in some cotton candy you can eat. That's fun. Beetlejuice and Hocus Pocus, some classic ones. That's all about the musical and the entertainment for those, and then like new movies, and then classics, and then kind of like a throwback like Insidious and Jagged Edge Hell. I mixed it all together, so you can have classic scary movies that everybody's seen. You can have the newest scary movies that just came out, and you can kind of have some throw that was kind of my favorites around the bush to the newest to today. You got you got Get Out, which are kind of like creepy, weird, psychotic movies. Got Medea, which is funny Halloween movies. Yeah, Tom Terry Medea's funniest movies, and life learning movies at the same time. And then you got Trick or Treat. I love doing pranks and all that stuff, especially when on a night that it's more appealing and it's like everybody's gonna be on board because it's what you do. That was kind of a little bit of the fun and movies that I was talking about, with a mixture of all of them all around. A little bit of jump scares for Halloween. 35 days for Halloween. And Raw prediction and Raw results for Halloween too. And I know you see my Halloween shirt when I did my Halloween podcast. And now, results. Raw predictions for Halloween. Raw results for Halloween. My Halloween shirt when I did my podcast for Halloween. And a little bit of jump scares pranks on Halloween. And then I shared when I was with Lisa, was a Grim Ripper for Halloween on Instagram. A little bit of everything. And yeah, I need to see my Halloween Halloween. That NXT have to be actually on Halloween this year. And then this is my Slim Jim video that I did. Can't think of one thing that will help me make sure I can be strong and winning. Something that makes me savage. Now, like one of these, with my free tickets, I'm gonna be at Friday Night SmackDown the night before Survivor Series. Anyhow, might as well win 2 tickets to Chicago for Survivor Series right next day. Get savage like Queen Krazy K. Just like this. Let's go. Yeah. Push it. Push it. Push it. Queen Krazy K. Always on the savage case. I'm holding a 5-day challenge. A little bit of mixture of funny, of entertainment, and pure domination and truth, all in one video. That's why I did it. That's why I like it. And it singles action and damage control pulls he thinks Charlotte Flair is gonna get her lick back. Help out Bianca Belair. Should have happened at Survivor Series. 4 and 4 8-man woman matches like the 8-man match. Both put on Sandra managers. That's what you do. That's what it's about. That's why you're there. And this would be the results of SmackDown. Looks like I normalized Raw better than Raw. You know, SmackDown prediction over Raw prediction, but then Raw results over SmackDown results. Probably because it was a Halloween Raw. And then a follow-up SmackDown, including a little bit of other Halloween outside stories like celebrating and hearing into both with the increasement I was talking about. And the shout I was talking about. And the appreciation, like I was talking about with the jump scares, praise, like I was talking about my Halloween show that were when I did my Halloween podcast, and the third I did this Halloween video I was talking about. That's what I was talking about my Slim Jim video, Raw edition, Raw Halloween results, and I wore that awesome Halloween shirt for the 35 days of Halloween celebration, like everybody's thinking who they're gonna be. When I do my podcast for Halloween. And then this podcast, of course, following up after Halloween's over, but it just fell in that way since it just passed this past week. And of course, Kansas City Chiefs head into the Super Bowl along with the Eagles. Well, with the Cowboys and the Chiefs. Maybe Eagles and Chiefs again to the Super Bowl. And that Raiders win. And then you have the Bengals win. That was talking about 33 years since the Bengals won, and then they won that Super Bowl that year. That it was good watching them beat the Bills, and then the Raiders win. It was just fun watching over the weekend. You know, it's that football season, and they're good games. Of course, and of course, behind the scenes, to get ready to working out and training, and the press conference and crown jewel that comes along with it. As I was talking about Halloween, Grim Reaper and everything for Halloween. And a little bit of the energy arriving, like overseas, how they give that same energy back that you need to perform for them to invite you to perform in South Korea. Like that's why they keep inviting them and keep wanting them to do it. Like Crown Jewel, making it a big moment because it is overseas, because it is, you know, out of states, and they keep wanting it and loving it so much that they invite us to go over there and perform for them. That you as a superstar would think that, I gotta give it my all, and this is a special moment when you go overseas, as well as like Survivor Series is one of my favorite pay-per-views, and then WrestleMania, of course, because you get to see a little bit of everything, and also you really feel that energy because you get the good matches because they are determined to be the best, and this is where you get to prove why and how you get to be the best. So with that being said, I think that's pretty much everything to wrap up. Everything to show. I did have a Halloween rap video that I just put. I could show that one. It's not exactly how I wanted it to be, but it does have rapping in there, the videos, the pictures, the sound in the background. It's a Halloween video, but not how I planned it to be. That it'll be better next time. So what I do in the 35 days Halloween to, you know, celebrate as everyone else. Of course, making pumpkin seeds and things like that for Halloween and what they're gonna be for Halloween. How I had my Halloween shirt for my podcast Halloween, the Raw prediction results along with the SmackDown to follow up the Crown Jewel. As we're on the way to Survivor Series, a little bit of inside news on top of that. Of course, with celebrating all together with this podcast for last week. I'm gonna show you my Halloween rapping video for those who haven't seen it because I literally just posted it like 3 minutes ago, if even that. So give me 1 second here. I've literally just uploaded before I can get on this video, so. They got a little bit of the old ones from last year and then put some, as you see, new extra ones, combining them together because everyone knows by now. Y'all know I love clowns, I love Halloween, I love the spiritual that comes along with it, and the feeling and the thrive. Halloween all year for me. Do we want something? Been waiting for you. So that's just a little bit. You can go watch the full thing on the other one. That's just a little bit of it. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe on both Instagram and YouTube. Thank you guys who already have done it, and invite the rest of you guys. Special shout out to you who are going to do it as well. And Queen Krazy K, we'll see you next time. Queen Krazy K out. Peace.